The Queen of Granada, by M. Riff. Chapter 137, The Dictatorship. Walking ahead, she turned to Rita and whispered, "I'm old, reaching retirement age. Your generation will soon take over this world. Don't let men steal the power from you." That last part could have easily come from Rita's aunt in Copenhagen. The woman's gait resembled her aunt's as she weaved between the shelves. Nuria struggled to keep up with the adults, dragging her rubber boots across the floor. She didn't like it when adults talked over her head without involving her in the conversation. She tugged Rita's little finger, which she held tightly, and asked, "Why is she whispering?" Before Rita could respond, the woman whispered back, "In a dictatorship, people whisper to survive." Nuria replied in a hushed tone, "Okay." The young girl clearly wasn't satisfied with the explanation. A few steps later, she declared loudly, "But we never whisper in kindergarten. We shout as loud as we can." The woman turned, noticed Nuria's raised eyebrows in a face full of protest, and said with a smile, without lowering her voice, "That sounds promising." To Rita, it seemed overly optimistic that a soon-retired librarian, a school-tired teenager, a kindergartner, a black cat, and an invisible grandmother could unite against a military dictatorship. But then again, you never knew, the butterfly's wings might unleash a storm. Eventually, the woman halted at a bookshelf, pointed to one of the lower shelves, and said, "There they are." She picked up a book with the Eiffel Tower on the cover and added, "Here's a book about the catacombs under Paris, which stretch for over 300 kilometers. As she handed the book to Rita, she turned to Nuria and shared, "When I was your age, I visited Paris with my parents. We explored the catacombs, and I got lost. It was pitch dark, and they couldn't find me. Eventually, I saw the glowing eyes of a black cat in the darkness, and it led me to the exit." She asked Nuria, "What's your black cat's name?" Without thinking about it, Nuria quickly responded, "Espanto." Then, she realized her slip and pressed both hands over her mouth, but she was relieved that she hadn't revealed the secret of Grandma Nara, who actually lived in the library. The woman smiled and repeated, "Espanto. Ah, you named your cat Espanto, meaning ghost. Ghost is a perfect name for a black cat. There's something mystical about black cats, people say they have a connection to the spirit world." She winked at Nuria and added in a hushed tone, "I'll keep your secret." She turned and went back to her desk. Rita quickly looked through the books on the shelves about catacombs. There were plenty of books about the catacombs under famous cities like Rome and Paris, but none about the catacombs under Granada. On the way home, Nuria sang non-stop, "Catabombs. Catabombs."